Update on dude. What?
Vouch, and I'm horsing around.
I can eat to this, maybe.
Vosh is
I've
a
been
political
nauseous all day.
streamer that once went by the name Irish Laddie. He made a name for himself in Destiny's community, but he got booted from his orbit when it came to light that he'd act quite inappropriately towards women in Destiny's Discord, and that's putting it lightly.
And sometimes dude man would be on late at night and asking about some fashion shit. And well, I'm always gonna tell everyone to wear green. Because I have questionable taste. And fun. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Anyways, here it is. Boopers? Boopers.
And with Vosh being on shaky ground, it led to the Fortress arc, where he only talks to his chat about current events. No hotly contested debates, no schizos, or tactical N-words. There would be the rare occasion where he would leave his fortress to bring us interesting
Pause button works.
gems worth studying, such as this.
My point here ain't about criticizing your vote. It's that only two people were going to be president, and there are only two real paths to FBI.
No. But those are two different. But
on his work computer, meaning he somehow accidentally shared this interest he has with his stream. One thing about these sorts of political commentators is they seem to be uncancelable. Vosh just talked around the drama and kept posting, and he did take a bit of a hit for it, but now everything's in the green like it never even happened. So I started getting curious. What's he been up to since then? And you can call bullshit on this, but when I first started this quest, Vosh was live, and the first thing I heard him say was this.
Just gonna take a wild guess on this one. Just a wild guess, gonna throw this one out there. I don't think this guy has a wife or kids. I think this is a male with a addiction, all purely lolicon too. Yeah, well, that's true by implication, but yeah, like it goes without saying.
Some random guy on Twitter must be a pervert because they were writing some cringy Trump stuff on there. And that sort of comment could be funny, but I really think Vosh of all people should be choosing his words a bit more wisely. This stream was a real disappointment though. He'll just read off a surface level political headline, make some hyperbolic statement, agree with himself, maybe react to a chatter, and then just loop this format, bringing up another story.
Speaking of Costco, did you see the Costco guys went on Jimmy Fallon?
His fans are here time-stamping these VODs. You see something like the Terminator endorses the coconut. Okay, something significant's gonna happen. All he does is just read a tweet from Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's not even a funny or crazy tweet. It's a very dry endorsement of Kamala, and Vosh just goes, "Oh yeah, that's good," makes a comment about some other politician being bad, and moves on. He talks to some person at the end about progressive victory, which if you know anything about that, not an organization held in the highest esteem. Check out the video on screen if you want to find out more. And it's just 10 minutes of them promoting some shitty thing. So far, so boring. So let's look at some of the highlights he's been posting. And the thumbnail guy, he really is phoning it in. Like, these are so generic and bland. Why doesn't he put a little explosion behind Trump or something like that? That would be cool. There's this video. The Twitch drama went way further than I expected. If you've seen my previous video on the Arabs, this is the situation he discusses in this video.
Everything is anti-Semitism, especially when it hurts my feelings. Everyone who disagrees is a Nazi, etc., etc. Like openly disingenuous.
I just directly pointed to the
Not surprising
conflation
from him, I guess.
with like
also
90
show number
or sorry,
69. Nice. What was
generalizing
even on
people
that
outright.
panel that was so bad?
And the conflation.
I mean, I didn't see it. I genuinely don't know.
Okay,
And
and
said,
this is
listen
a
to people
prime
when they say they're in
Voshism.
pain.
Just goes off
That was
making a
easier.
strong, definite statement about something, and is like, "Oh yeah, you know, well I actually don't know anything about this."
It was a lot easier just being like, oh, it's someone in pain telling us what's gone on. Okay, this seems a little hyperbolic. That's okay. It makes sense. Seems a lot less effort. It's a lot more easy to, like, in the end, less work. To just not assume that people are, like, you know, being butt munches intentionally.
Like, why would you make this comment? You see,
'Cause then you have to rein it in.
Fumble
Most
was
people
when he
do.
was covering human embarrassment, Danny Sexbang of the Game Grumps. There was a post made in a Game Grumps hate subreddit making many accusations of him acting inappropriately with his fans. In reality, Danny did lead people on and was a bit of a loser, but the original post got taken down and the person that wrote it admitted to lying about it. But when this drama broke, without any investigation, Vosh completely believed the accusations, went on stream to do his version of the ultimate review, and spread all the misinformation from the post to his fans. Obviously, if he isn't going to take a hit for the taxes thing, he isn't going to take a hit for this either. He besmirched the guy, barely apologized, and just carried on like it didn't happen. But you would expect for him to learn a lesson somewhat, that just going off vibes and impulsively firing off claims isn't the best way to conduct yourself on stream. But no, he's still doing it. And as for the rest of the video,
just kind of
he
like
just slaps around, unable to...
No, I'm honestly just... Okay, Tindy's down. I'm honestly surprised. Wasn't that always the format, though? Like, tell me if I'm fuckballs wrong, but, like, I thought the format was always, like, watch a thing, like, reacts to a chatter, I thought it was always that loop. That's not a new loop. That's my only thing here. That loop isn't new. That loop's older than fucking ass.
Inform himself about what's going on, and he's just obsessing over his chat. One thing to note is he never even played the most controversial clip from the whole drama, where Denims claimed H3H3 was a Zionist, and they all cheered and clapped, and then he goes on to say this.
I guess my thought on this is that if they said something super egregious and dog whistly, somebody would have already shown me that clip. That's the main thing that I've learned from drama. When people show me something and they're like, no, like they were bad, and then the clip that I see doesn't look that bad, but like maybe could be bad with some additional context, they would have provided the additional context, right? Like they would have sent me that. They would have been like, yeah, and here's the really bad thing they said. Everyone would be screaming about it.
And I get this is an edited segment.
You can watch the whole goddamn fucking panel.
But if this is the only coverage someone sees, and Vosh completely sidesteps the main thing that people are
Brother, you can watch the whole panel.
It's a huge disservice. He could even play that clip and just be like, who cares? He could even play the stuff from Hassan and Dan Clancy that's recently been going on and say he doesn't care, and his sycophantic audience will just nod along. So I don't understand how he has this complete failure of at all informing his audience. And that is all they're going for now. It's not like he's trying to be entertaining or he's trying to be intellectually stimulating or anything like that. He tells his audience that a thing
You can watch the whole thing. Like, we'll oftentimes see someone reference something, and if I feel like it and wants to, I'll run off in a tear to track it down. Sources or
No, that's not what he's saying. He's saying he wants not the purge, he wants a purge of crime.
Oh, so not an actual purge, but you know, I clicked on the video, so I'm the dumbass. Joke's on me. Brilliant. And this is the crazy thing, because like in the online Vosh retard world, this is nothing. But if a newspaper ran this as a headline, it would be the most sensational thing ever. This online hell world Vosh has created is truly something else. And remember that Arnie tweet? This awful piece of non-content got posted as a segment. This is the state of content. The people think they can just read tweets and call it a day. God damn. Vosh has just done a new video talking about Hassan's controversy with Twitch. And what do you know? He doesn't show any of the clips with him with NM Pol. He doesn't show any of the interview with the Houthi pirate. He just reads off a couple headlines and runs defense for him. I feel like in this case, he's intentionally misinforming his audience so they can write stuff like this in the comments section and feel great about themselves. And there's also been the fashion arc, which was quite a novel idea. It's also quite ballsy considering he's quite well known for giving this piece of fashion advice.
She's wearing a skirt with stockings. She just wants to live in Mad Men and be sexually harassed by like the office boys.
I'm sorry? I beg your pardon, sir. What was that? What do I want?
Like, you know, like just the short skirt plus like the stockings and the so on.
And let's be honest here, Vosh really has had a bit of a glow up. Of all things, I actually really didn't expect this from him. Like, maybe Tacoma did weep. Unfortunately, his fixation did lead to the idea of gay maxing and posting these pictures on Twitter. Looking at it, he literally did just spend hours boring his chat talking about fashion. In one of his fashion videos, I did see this unbelievably
See, when I notice he's doing fashion shit, I go for Hassan's RP, and I will tune in for Vosh doing fashion.
Is to compensate for his
because I have opinions in these things. I have a love of RP, but I have opinions about the fashion shit.
Being a fan of fashion, music, religion, sports, politics,
basically tell everyone to wear more green.
An obsession with in-group
I'm not even kidding. It actually, I want to sound like it's more complex, but it's really not.
Stop, man. They just gotta stop.
It's kind of
So yeah, let's do
just
a real
me thing.
analysis here. A quick way to stay as informed and up to date on the election stuff as a Vosh viewer is you can quickly just read the headlines of a left-wing news source. Look at that. Okay. Look at that. Got it? Okay, now just imagine Vosh saying, yeah, I agree and disagree with some of the things that these people have said. You know, that politician, yeah, they're a bad one. There you go. That's just saved you an hour of watching Vosh's content, and you now have the time to do literally anything else with your lives. So yeah, there you have it. The real answer is Vosh is still boring, he's still uninformed, and
Okay,
he's still
at least
a
you're not
liar.
implying the loop
And that
is
just
new.
about does it for
That's
today.
good.
If you
I was
enjoyed this
worried you
video,
were saying the
please
loop
make
was
sure
new.
to subscribe to the channel.
The loop
because
is
more
not
videos
new.